Looks like the famous Eastern Europe's elevators of death are limiting their access, and tourists might not be allowed to use them very soon anymore. Around 10 years ago, Prague tourists discovered Paternoster elevators, a common chain lift mechanism that moves in a loop and allows its passengers to hop on and off while they're making their ongoing circles up and down the floors. They were quickly labeled the Eastern Europe's elevators of death, as well as the most dangerous elevators in the world. That did not stop thousands of tourists from riding them and recording their near-death experience to post it on social media. Videos and blogs about Paternoster elevators only increased its popularity, and there is less and less of them available for the public. Take this one, located in Prague's Magistrate. Once an opened Paternoster, there is now a barrier and a reception next to it. Only the employees and visitors with appointments are allowed to come close to these dangerous elevators. So we asked why their most famous attraction is not available for the public, and apparently a tourist got stuck in Paternoster, and it was so bad that to rescue them they had to disassemble the elevator and even allegedly destroy part of the floor. So they just decided to quietly install the turnstiles out of harm's way. Another popular Paternoster is located in Lucerna Palace on the Wenceslas Square, but to enter you have to be buzzed in. If you want to go to the rooftop of Lucerna, it's written here, so a lot of people just buzz them. Also, it looked like some employees, because there are some offices here, were not too happy about tourists, and some actually held the door and let the tourists take photos. The most visited Paternoster in Prague City Hall had to increase the security measures. The amount of tourists who wished to ride the elevators of death led to a number of accidents, which pushed the town hall to install a turnstile, but only on one side of the building. Tourists who cannot imagine their Prague visit without experiencing Paternoster still can find their way into the building on the opposite side, despite the compulsory ID controls that the town hall has vouched to conduct. Most Paternoster elevators are located in ministries, schools, hospitals, bureaucratic offices, and it makes sense that those institutions don't want a lot of tourists in. And even those elevators of death that used to be very much available to the public are now a little bit more difficult to access. Maybe it will stay the same way. Maybe it will be harder in the future to actually ride those elevators of death. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Oh, and by the way, just for the record, sorry for calling it Eastern Europe's elevators of death. We are fully aware that Czech Republic is not Eastern Europe, but that's how most websites called it, unfortunately.